What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Stallmount64, and this game I've just been absolutely loving on. I've been playing it a lot since you saw my first upload. I did it live style gameplay in one of my second games or something, and I've been putting a lot more time into this. I tried all the different classes out, and I figured out how the unlock system works. So I thought I would tell you guys a bit about the game that you might not know, and then on top of that, share with you guys my favorite class loadout and my thoughts on the balancing between all the different classes, because balance is one of the most important things in a game in general. That's something that I get frustrated about in Battlefield 4 for vehicles being too powerful and, you know, a lot of different things for that. But I want to talk about this game. Hardline is a nice little branch off of that. And I saw also somebody mentioning that, you know, I'm not getting this because it's pretty much the same thing as Battlefield 4. That's what it is, man. It's pretty much like a giant expansion for the game where you just get new maps, new game modes, but it is, you know, full $70. So it's kind of, you know, a steep price. But at the same time, you're going to get a campaign as well. So, you know, they have, and on top of that, it's a whole nother team working on this. It's not DICE that's working on it. It's Visceral Games. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind as well. But let's talk a bit about some of the mechanics of this game. And so it kind of reminds me more back to Battlefield 3. You don't have all these different weapon classes that you can do, the carbine and all that different stuff within each category, and they don't have all this mix over of everything. Every class has a purpose. And I think they have done a terrific job at balancing it. I'm like struggling every time I play a class. I feel like, oh, this is the overpowered one. This is the overpowered one. Oh, but this. So let's start out with the medic, the classic. That's my absolute favorite coming out Battlefield 4, 3. And in this one, they take it up a notch by letting you revive yourself. As long as you don't get headshot or maybe blown up by a nade or something in particular like that. But if you get killed by a bullet normally, you can take out like a adrenaline pen or something and stab yourself with it. Inject yourself with a shot, and you come back with 100 health. You get 2 lives per life. That is insanely powerful. But you know, all the other ones are pretty powerful too. So first off, I think this is a pretty interesting implementation. Personally, I've been enjoying it because I've been noticing I've been getting 2 kills on the same guy, so my KD's looking a little bit better. And at the same time, when I'm the person using it, it's cool being able to come back to life and try and keep going. But I have noticed whenever I do get taken down, there's usually not an opportunity to even revive unless somebody just picks me off randomly from the back. I didn't see them. Or for some reason, I do respawn and the group of guys that killed me doesn't realize that I just came back to life. So I do think this is fairly well balanced, although I don't agree with coming back with instant 100 life. Maybe something like 20 would be more appropriate. At the same time though, because that is something and people generally play selfishly, I have seen almost 0 revives. People are just not running with that because why would you when you could just revive yourself? Right? Unless you're really playing with a squad and playing with other people, and I've just been playing with random people so far. So that's what I've been noticing in terms of that. But the medic class, that's what has all the assault rifles though, and those are much more accurate, although they do have the less magazines. It's exactly what you would expect, and it's working out pretty well. But I thought that was a pretty sick added bonus. And if you're not using it already, try that out. It's the only thing you should be, or it's something you should always be using, rather, whenever you're playing on the medic kit. The engineer, though, this has been my personal favorite. So if you're looking for my thoughts on the best kit out there, I think it's the engineer, especially for the game maps, the modes that we have so far. We don't have very powerful vehicles. There's a nice balance with it. And the engineer takes out all of those vehicles, except for that armored tank thing that just, you know, everybody spawns off of. Except for that, it takes out everything, and you pick up such easy double kills and vehicle kills on that, stopping the carrier. RPG just wipes everybody out, and you start out with it, which I love as well. It's no unlocking, and just a side note, I think the unlocking process is working great as well. You have to get a certain amount of kills to get stars for your weapons to unlock the scopes, as well as barrels or attachments, things like that. I think that's a great way to do it, but at the same time, you can still use cash to buy other things for your specific class. So, you know, I think that's pretty good. But going back to this, I think this is the best class because you have so much power. And at the same time, the SMGs are actually pretty good. You don't have this 20-round magazine. You actually start out with extended mags, even on the Uzi, which is the one that I've been using a lot of. You saw me using it there. I've got the scope and everything for it now, but I've been tearing it up with that gun. Really awesome. And dude, once you get the scope, it is so much better to see with everything. But besides that, obviously they have the repair tool, which I really haven't found much use for, and then the Stinger, which, you know, the helicopters only have the side gunners on them, and I've been able to avoid them for the most part, or just go for RPG shots on them. So the Stinger really hasn't been used by myself yet. The Enforcer is personally my least favorite. This is, you know, your support class. You got your LMG, which I think what they balanced, how they balanced this out, was giving you a 100-round magazine. Obviously is extremely powerful for the not having to reload factor, but at the same time, this is where you also have your C4, and it's only in this class, at least from what we've seen so far in this beta. It's not for this sniper like it is now in Battlefield 4. The Enforcer also has all the ammo, so you go to him for that, and it's pretty cool too. If you didn't notice this, you can also push E, go up to an Enforcer or an Operator or whatever, the health or the ammo guys. Even if they don't drop it out for you, you can pick it up off of them, which is such a good implementation if you've got a teammate that's just not dropping it. And actually, these guys have been pretty good so far. Any randoms I've been playing with, dropping a lot of the stuff. I think people in general have gotten a lot better, especially since the Battlefield 3 days when I remember never getting anything or nobody tagging anything on that. But anyways, that's pretty cool implementation that they added. And also, they added the ballistic shield rather than this. So you can do ballistic shield in C4, and you can just have the ballistic shield on your back, and it provides so much cover. It'll help from blasts. If you guys just stay crouched, I've noticed that gives you an immense amount of help. Whenever you have that thing out, totally covers your back, and you can pop it out to block your front too. It's pretty powerful, but the drawback on this one, at least personally, is the recoil on these LMGs is insane. I don't know if it's the same as the ones on Battlefield 4, but I just feel it a lot. I don't know if it's probably because I'm still new to PC, and the recoil, not having the aim assist, is difficult for me still, especially using the mouse. I've been really messing with my sensitivity a lot, trying to counter that, but that's been a problem with me. But if you're good at recoil, this is an extremely powerful class too. You get the ballistic shield, the C4, you know, you've got your LMG 100 rounds. That's super powerful at the same time too. And that counters very well with the amazing power from the RPG, the close range dominance of the mechanic from the engineer like that. I mean, if you just stay, that's why I say I really like the mechanic so much, is I just stay close range when I have it and don't even let the snipers get a line of sight on me, and then whenever they come close range, I just blast them and mow them down, man. But the last one, the professional or the sniper class, this one is possibly the weakest. At least that's how I feel. Obviously, it's a sniper. You have to be incredibly accurate. This is, I like challenge though. This is what I've been working on a lot. This and the mechanic are my two favorite. Really cool implementation is the laser trip mine. This thing is awesome, way cooler than I would have expected. You can put it on any surface, or not any surface, but like you can put it on walls or the floor, and it's a short range meter, so it doesn't go all the way across. It's not like the Claymore where you have these strands sticking out everywhere. It's just a little green thing that you can hide relatively well on certain doorways. I've actually picked up some kills with that. And then the secondary, the sidearm that it has is really powerful. The TEC-9, this is all we've seen so far from it, but it's like an SMG that you just have as your secondary, and the thing is really good. I have been loving it. But on top of that, what I think they helped to make this a bit more even is this sniper. It starts off with the straight pull, so while you're ADS, you can just, you know, cock it back and get your next round ready. But it's a very fast cock time where you can get it back into the chamber and ready to shoot very, very quickly. So you can put some bullets down range, but it's still a really powerful sniper. One-shot headshot, decently well, you know, torso shots, but, you know, it's still Battlefield. You still need to have two snipes. I'm interested to see hardcore mode. I think this game's going to be pretty fun in hardcore mode. Some of my corps, though, you know, the grappling hook that gets you up higher places, there's, like, nowhere to use it. The zipline's pretty sick, though. The taser thing is all right. And, yeah, the vehicle balance is pretty good, too, because they're not super powerful. They're just kind of transport vehicles, which is how I think it should be played. But, anyways, those are some of my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm really enjoying this game. I think the biggest thing, too, is going to be, can they deliver enough content to make it worth the full amount? All right, that's going to be the big thing. This could be worth a $40 game and they're charging us $70, or they could really pump out a lot of really great content with cool heist missions and a great amount of variety. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it, if nothing else. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. This is Stonemount64 signing out.